Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Art 196, Introduction to Designing Web Graphics for the fall semester 2021. Today, I wanted to focus on teaching you how to publish your Mobirise website. And since we used for lessons 1 through 7, infinityfree.net, we can do the same for this. You just have to create a different account for it. So for Infinity Free. So the first thing that you have to do when you're in Mobirise, and that's what I'm in right now. Okay, this is this little pared down website that I created for you guys. So it has a fixed Nav Bar. That's something that I recommend that you all do so that when it is published, you're never, notice as I scroll down, the Nav Bar remains fixed at the top so that the end user never has to scroll up or down to hunt for it. That would be my one strong suggestion. What fonts you use and colors and images is totally up to you. It's just ease of use and make sure that everything works is most important. And the rest of it is, your personal taste. Now, what I recommend that you do to make things easy on yourself is somewhere on your computer, create a folder if you haven't already for this website. And at the moment, you should probably only have where it says Project Mobirise. That would be it. Okay. So that when you double click on that, it opens Mobirise. It's like opening a Photoshop file or Illustrator file or something, but it opens up Mobirise and it opens up your pages in that program on your computer. But the reason I point out that it should be in that folder is that when I publish this locally, not remotely on Infinity Free, that you're going to have just two things that you're going to have to upload to Infinity Free. One is the index.html. So if you have more pages than that, they will show up here. But the example that I demonstrated is a one-page website where you scroll up and down. So you'll have at least the index.html, and then you'll have one folder, and that's it. That includes all the assets. So you could, in Dreamweaver, put all of your files in a folder as well and name it assets, but we haven't done that. You can see here's Bootstrap for drop-down menus, a folder for images, special themes, and so on and so forth. They're all located in there. Some of them will be used, some will not. It's not important. You don't want to touch any of them. If you want to see what images you've used, though, if you were to scroll down in here, you can see that here's all the images that I have placed in here. And again, you don't want to move them, you don't want to rename them or do anything. So now that I'm ready to publish this, not on infinityfree.net just yet, but locally, what we want to do is in the upper right-hand corner where it says publish, I'm going to go ahead and select publish. Now, what I want to do is I want to publish it to a local drive folder, and that's it. Okay. And that's the folder that I told you that you need to create. So you can see on mine, it's users, Brian Miller. It's on my desktop. And the name of the folder is Art 196 Mobirise Fall 2021. So now when I publish it, it just goes and start with the index file. And this is what it's going to look like when it previews in a browser. That's all it does at the moment. So if I click on About, again, it scrolls down to that. If I look at my portfolio, it looks at that. If I look at Contact Us, it does that. And if I go back to Home, it takes me back up to the top of the page. So everything is working, no glitches, we're set to go. So I need to go back to, hold on, Mobirise here. Okay, and now what I'm going to do is with that folder nearby. Let me go back over here, not that one. Where did it go? I have the wrong one up here now. Okay, I apologize. Let me bring it back up. So let me get Mobirise up here.
Hello? This is she.
There we go. And let me get that folder. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you here. Oh, here it is. I got it. Okay. So I've gone to, I mean, I can go to the home page. So I'm on Infinity Free. Okay. And I'm logged into my account. And you can see this is the website that I have. So if I click on this, it will open up the file manager.
That was the only time of today.
If I come down here where it says domains and subdomains, if I click here where it says kirkmillerart.42 web.io, if I click on that, it will open up. This is the default index page that they provide you. And we're going to replace it, just like we did with our lesson 7 with Dreamweaver. So what I want to do now is I either want to upload files here or just click on File Manager. I'm going to click on File Manager. Okay. Now remember, it says do not upload files here. You don't want to do that. You want to make sure that you double click on the htdocs, and this is where you want to put them. So you have a choice. Either I can click here in the lower left-hand corner and I can upload a single file, or I can upload the folder. And if we go to my, I will call it my root folder for Mobirise, I can do that. Or because I have it up here already, I have it on a separate screen right here. What I can do is I can take the assets folder and just simply drag it in here. Like so. And it's uploading assets. Okay, notice that the assets folder is loaded. Now I need to upload the index.html, drag that onto the screen, and it too is uploaded. There we go. So now I can go back. Let's go back. Come on. Go back again. I want to go back to, where are we here? Let's go back to here. There we go. So now what I need to do, and I'm going to cross my fingers and make sure everything is good. I'm going to go ahead and click on here, and it should all be replaced. So let me go ahead and refresh the screen. And it's not working. So something else is going on. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and click it again. And that's not a good sign. So it did replace, but you can see that the other documents, other parts of that aren't working. So that is not good. So why it can't find those images, I do not know. So I'm going to go back and let's try that again. I'm going to go back to Mobirise. I'm going to go back to, let's go back here. Let's go back to Infinity Free and let me upload it separately now. So instead of dragging and dropping, I'm going to try something a little bit different. I'm going to go back to the file manager. Actually, before, yeah, I'm going to go to the file manager. I'm going to double click in htdocs. Okay, and I'm going to delete the index.h. Index 2 shouldn't matter, but I'm going to go ahead and select each of these. Let me go back, htdocs. And let me see if I can just select it. Come on. And delete. Here's a little trash can here. Okay, so let me right click on there. Maybe that might be a better way of doing it. I'll just right click and then delete the whole thing. And unfortunately, you may have to do this a while until things work. So I'm going to go ahead again, and I'm going to delete this one, the index that I just uploaded. And let's try this again. I'm going to go ahead. This time I'm going to use, instead of dragging and dropping, I'm going to do it this way. So I'm going to start by uploading the index.html. So let me go to my desktop, which is where I have it saved and loaded. Where's my desktop? There is my, no, it's Dropbox. Where's my desktop? Here it is right here. There we go. And here's Art 196, Mobirise Fall. I'll select the index.html and I will upload it. All right. There we go. So the other one happened awfully quickly. So it's quite possible that when I dragged and dropped the folder that not everything was uploaded, but you could see that some of it was. So now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do it this way. Upload folder. It should take me back here. Now I'll take and select the assets folder and upload it. And it might take, yeah, see, it's taking longer. So the drag and drop approach didn't work. For individual files, it's okay, but for the entire folder, not a good idea. So now we can go back. Let's go back here. Whoops, I don't want to close that. And let's go back here. And let's try this again. And let's refresh. Now it works. So that was the trick. Even though they provide that drag and drop is a means for uploading your files, I wouldn't do that. Because when I dragged and dropped the folder, it didn't it didn't upload everything. You know, a good part of what was needed to publish was missing. And you can see that this is not a local file anymore. This is kirkmillerart.42web.io. So it's right now it's in, you know, the Safari browser, and I can click on the about and make sure that that's working. I can click on a portfolio and that's working. I can click on contact us and that's working. And I can go back home and that's working. Now it's not scrolling up and down like I had hoped. That part of it isn't working the way I would like. It's just jumping. It's not a smooth transition up and down. But that's okay. At least it's functional. And the person at the end, you know, end user wouldn't know the difference. I just thought when it glides from one to another, it would look a little bit nicer. But see, it's just jumping from one to another, but everything is working. Okay. So that's it. Very short demonstration today. Are you guys trying that yourself? Is it working for you? I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pause the recording, and I want to hear back from you. And if not, then we'll continue. And that will be it for today. That's how you publish your Mobirise website. Now, if you want, we can go back to let me go to home up here. Let's go to accounts. And what I can try to do, if you want to make sure that you have multiples, I think you're allowed to have 3. I can create another account here. Okay. So right here, you're going to go ahead and step 1, you know, choose a domain name. That's what we want to do. Okay. Step 2, enter additional information as needed. And 3, you're done. So let me go ahead and let's select. I don't want a custom domain, I just want a subdomain name. And the domain extension is going to be .rf.gd. So let's try art 196 spring 2021. Okay, and let's search for domains, and that's what it's going to do. It's going to search to see if some already exist. It says it was successful. We're good to go. I'm going to say I'm not a robot, and it's going to tell me to look for bridges. So here's a bridge. Here's a bridge. Here's a bridge. I think that's it. I don't know if this is a bridge or not. Let's click verify. Is it working or no? There we go. So let's go open the control panel. So it's directing us to a new panel. It says I approve. There we go. So now it takes us to a slightly different appearance here. And what I want to do is I want to go to Online File Manager. Right? And this is where we've been before. So again, I have HT access, I have override, and I have do not put files here. And make sure that I double click so that HT docs is open and I upload the files. So I believe you can have up to 3 free accounts with infinityfree.net. And so you can publish lesson 7 there if you've already done that, and you can publish when you have finished lesson 11 or 12, make sure that I've already graded lesson 7. You can replace lesson 7 with lesson 11. And then you can use a second account to publish your Mobirise website. And then if you have option to do a third one, then for your final assignment, which is you'll start to work on this next week, until the end of the semester will be to generate your own personal website using Dreamweaver, putting together all the lessons that we've done and actually use the lessons as a template, okay, upon which to build your own website. You can use some of it, all of it, very little of it. It's totally up to you. But I would use the lessons, pick lesson 11 and make a copy of that folder. Rename the folder as your personal, somehow that it makes it easy for you to reference your own, that it will be your own personal Dreamweaver website. And then you can go into that and you can begin to customize each of those pages. Name one index.html. You've already published it, that already should be that. You can go in and you can now edit it, put your own content, your own images, your own text. If you want, you can go ahead and you can change the color. You can change from a 1 to 2 to 3 page, 3-column format. You can, but all of your custom style sheet has already been made. So you don't have to go through all of that again. It's just copy and paste. It's trying to make it as easy for you as possible. And that's what you're going to do in the future. You're not going to build websites from the ground up every time you are asked to do so. You're going to have a variety of templates at your disposal. And then you're going to choose from them, the ones that are the closest, and then modify them as needed. Publish them, and then you will have your own website or one for a client or whatever. Okay, are we good for today? Any questions before we leave? I'm going to go ahead and pause. Okie doke then. If everybody's got it and you understand how to publish your Mobirise website, we're good. Okay, so I'm going to say goodbye, and that's it for today. On next Tuesday, we will finish up lesson 11. Okay. And then you should be starting your own personal website created in Dreamweaver, and that will be your final project. Okay. Okie doke. Bye-bye.